Okay, this is breaking news. I'm going to be brief. I'm going to follow up with my three big stories tonight. Biden is going to allow Ukraine to use U.S. arms, U.S. missiles to shoot deep into Russia. This is carried in the New York Times today. It's also carried in Reuters and other reputable publications. I didn't think this was going to happen. Biden's knee jerk reaction historically has been do not escalate, but he's allowing it. Now, he's allowing this not because of the missile strikes tonight that took out so much of the power supply that I think it's all but two of the nuclear power plants had to power down some because of the damage. So, it's not a consequence of what happened last night with one of the largest missile attacks since the war began, or missile and drone attacks overnight. It has nothing to do with that from what I understand. What I understand is it has everything to do with North Korea. But they're just making the decision about North Korea. Like we were talking about North Korea literally a month ago. This came out on October 15th, and it is November 17th right now. And so this is a decision because of North Korea's involvement with 10,000 troops on the border, potentially 100,000 to come. We just don't know exactly what they're planning to do yet. That is what caused this Biden to shift gears and to allow this to happen. Now, that allowing it to happen, even though North Korea happened 2 weeks before the election, wasn't going to happen after the election or before the election. And that it's even happening after the election is surprising to me. I was wrong. I'm saying for the record, I was wrong. I couldn't be happier to be wrong. I thought Biden certainly would never have allowed this at all. This goes against his policy of non-escalation and appeasement in some ways of Vladimir Putin. So it's happening. Now, there's a real curious question here. Why announce it? Why not just allow it? Well, they're announcing it to send signals so that Putin, you're on notice. They are allowing this to happen. And if you get hit, you get hit. So now, between the announcement and the first use of it, Russia is on notice and can move things away. And that doesn't further escalate things by becoming a greater problem by saying how we were sucker punched or we saw these things coming and then it turned into something nuclear or what have you. Okay, so they're announcing it for a reason in order to put them on notice to make a political statement, which is not probably as good as actually just hitting, but again, it's part of not escalating while escalating, if that makes sense. So again, I just want to say for the record, and I'll talk about this more tonight about what happened in more details and whatever else we know. I understand that the British, the Scalp and the British and the French versions of those missiles are going to be allowed as well. But I'll tell you more details in my three big story segment tonight. For the record, I was wrong. Biden did it. He did it a month late after North Korea. In fact, it's many months late, but he did it. And good on Biden for allowing that. All right, my friends, that's all that I have for right now. Look for my three big stories later on. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.